Hello everyone, Ado here, Social Care Management Team at Crosscare, a member of the Social Care Workers Board at Carew, and a member of the Consultative Forum for former residents of mother and baby homes and allied institutions. It's Monday, I'm a couple of days late doing this vlog, and this week I was looking around the social care media pages. And that's generally where I find my topic, that I'm going to talk about every week. And there wasn't a whole lot. It was quite enough on the social care media pages recently, except for one thing, and that was Audrey Moore from Trust Consultancy had put up something on LinkedIn, and she was talking about boundaries. And I thought that's an interesting one to tackle because in all the years I've been interviewing, we have a question that we ask about boundaries, and I get all sorts of answers, good, bad, and indifferent. And it's worth exploring what boundaries are and what they might mean to individuals. And I suppose, at the outset, like, the boundaries are that kind of intangible something that helps keep us safe and the vulnerable people that we work for safe. And then it extends beyond that, to working with other professionals, then working with families, working with the public, and in all of those spheres, there are boundaries. And then for individuals, there may be professional boundaries, but there may be personal boundaries. And there may even be religious boundaries, or spiritual boundaries. So there's a whole myriad of things going on that inform us of how we as individuals deal with boundaries. And one of the interesting things is that our past experience informs our boundaries too. And that's something that's also worth reflecting on, and take quite a bit of reflection to really have a look at your inner self and to see what your boundaries are like based on your past experience. It's kind of a deep one, that, isn't it? But, it's manifestly true. So if we look at boundaries in the context of the work that we do in social care, that boundary between you and those that we serve, the very vulnerable people that we serve, should never act as a preventative tool. It should never be seen as a block in the relationship between you and the person that you're serving, or the person you're key working, or the person you're supporting, or whatever you want to talk about. But it is something that has to be named and framed. Those who we are serving deserve to understand why there might be spaces that we don't share. And I don't mean just physical spaces, but relationship spaces, emotional spaces, all of that, and why they might not be there. And that's your starting point. Your starting point is to address that with that individual sitting in front of you first. You are always going to be friendly and supportive and kind to those that we serve. But that individual is never going to be your best friend. And to allow them to think that that's what's happening is unfair and does a disservice to them. If you've had a particular journey in your own life, and you have come through that particular journey, that's your journey. And that the journey that you went on may not be the right journey for someone else. So that's a boundary that you don't drift across. Does that mean that the knowledge you have from your own particular journey doesn't help? Catch that in part 2.